The Remembered Life of Shanti Devi. In the bustling lanes of Delhi in the year 1926, a baby girl named Shanti Devi was born to a quiet, middle-class family. Her early years were typical until the age of 4, when she began to speak of a life that seemed to belong to someone else. Shanti would insist that her real home was not in Delhi, but in Mathura, a town over 100 miles away. She spoke of her husband, a cloth merchant named Kedarnath, and recalled in vivid detail a house with yellow walls, a courtyard, and a well in the backyard. Her family, initially amused, grew uneasy as the young girl described the city, its temples, and even the pain of dying shortly after childbirth. She said her name had once been Lugdi Devi. She had died giving birth to her first child, and her final wish had been to see Mathura one last time. It seemed the desire had carried her soul back to earth, into the body of Shanti. Disturbed yet intrigued, Shanti's parents tried to dismiss the talk as imagination, but the details wouldn't stop. She refused food, saying it wasn't cooked the way her husband's family made it. She spoke of a golden temple, a banyan tree, and saffron sweets made in a particular shop. One day at school, she shocked her teacher by telling him, "You are not my real teacher. My real teacher is in Mathura." Word spread. People were curious, skeptical, even disturbed. Eventually, the story reached the ears of Mahatma Gandhi, who ordered a full investigation. A committee of respected men and scholars was formed. They brought Kedarnath to Delhi, unannounced and under a different name. When Shanti met him, she recognized him instantly. Blushing, she lowered her eyes and addressed him with the soft authority of a wife. "Why did you remarry?" she asked, as tears welled up in her eyes. "And what of our child?" Kedarnath, stunned, confirmed the details. His wife, Lugdi Devi, had indeed died years earlier, soon after childbirth. The things Shanti told him, private conversations, family events, even the way Lugdi had died were all accurate. Things only he and his late wife would have known. The investigation team traveled with Shanti to Mathura. There she recognized her old house, neighbors, and even relatives of her past life. She walked the streets with confidence, pointed out landmarks she couldn't possibly have known, and even described buried family possessions. Experts, doctors, and journalists tried to explain the phenomenon. Was it a hoax? An elaborate setup? A product of subconscious memory? None could fully explain how a child of barely 10 could know so much about a life she'd never lived, unless she had. Shanti Devi never married. She spent her life quietly, surrounded by those who saw her either as a miracle or a mystery. For believers in reincarnation, she became living proof that the soul remembers. For skeptics, she was an enigma, a case that challenged logic and science. But for Shanti herself, it was simple. She had lived before. She had loved. She had died. And she had returned, not by choice, but by longing. And sometimes, the soul, like memory, refuses to forget. Follow for more.